The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
Go my thing. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, Lluis.
You forgot about Lluis. Wow.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So, as you can tell, we're a little bit off on our game, especially me. A lot of personal things happening, I won't go into it. But in any case, we're back with Rime the Frostmaiden. Last episode, this group just wiped out this fort that had a bunch of Drugar in it, and an ogre zombie, and a bunch of spore servants that technically don't classify as undead, which is much to the cleric's disappointment. And probably the most dramatic thing that happened is Boy, the sled dog, that is with you all, that you're trying to find his master on this mountain, succumbed to these little things called crystal nippers. And they're essentially these little translucent, bright blue, like kobold blue worms that went into his body like a parasite and sucked out the body heat. And Harry called in her dad, a 20th level retired adventurer who has healing abilities, named Patience. And he healed the dog, and he's like, oh, is there anything else you need help with? And was kind of disappointed that he didn't get to fight anything. But after that, he left. And there we are. So you guys are there. I think River got to talk with Boy, because Boy was, literally just died and came back, so it was in shock. And River was able to calm Boy down, who went over into the next room.
Yeah, I thought where we ended it was the last two people that were quote unquote alive. We were questioning, and then it faded to black when they were unalived.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So okay, then we're there then. If you recall, I'm not sure what all they told you, but I'll just list off the things they would have told you. This outpost was run by a Drugar named Dildar Sunblight, who Vex's character Wild blew his head off into bajillion different pieces. Nildar is searching the Ten Towns area for Chardolin, this weird magical crystal, on behalf of his father, Xandarak Sunblight, who commands a much larger fortress in the mountains around here. And Zardorok is obsessed with Chardolin because he's apparently forging a dragon out of it. And the outpost was built close to Kelvin's Cairn for the reason of it being like the forefront outpost for them. For once 10 towns is destroyed, they can use this outpost as a staging area to raid the Dwarven Valley, just across from you guys. And then thanks coup de grace the baddies.
Well, if there's no any hostiles left, do we want to ransack what we can find and get a rest in before we continue on to Kearns?
Yeah, I say we take an hour, collect ourselves. Some of us got a little close there. Rowan just looks at herself and is beat up a little bit. So yeah, let's take a minute, heal up if we need to, see if we can find anything useful in here. And then we have to go up the mountain. Still have someone to save after all.
Alright, so you all have checked out rooms or areas 5, 6, and 2 on the map, which I believe is pinned on our Discord. So 2's like the big opening area, and then when you went straight back in, that's the area that went to the leader of the place, and pretty much everyone else in the fort came into the big central area from 2 directions and attacked you guys. Boy went into Area 3 originally. You don't think it was out of a specific need, it was just that was the closest one to get away from the corpse of the
Yeah.
ogre zombie. So if you guys just want to search around, I'm not gonna have you guys go through room by room and check it out. There's not much in most of the rooms. Area 3 it appears to be an overlook. It's a large empty room, and there's snow in the corners. There's three barred openings that you can open up and look outside. So if you had, I don't know, a crossbow, you could point it out there and you could shoot at invaders coming in. You notice that there are stairs that lead downwards, and going down there, you see it leads to room 4, which has a trap door. And when you open that, you can see the trap door is a tunnel. And if any of you pursue that tunnel, you end up in that guard post room where you guys had the initial guy that was shooting crossbow bolts at you.
Yeah, whose head I exploded
Mhm.
against a wall.
And everything's still in there, and it's actually starting to frost over a bit because it's been a while. And we're in Icewind Dale, so it's cold.
Yeah.
Heading back out, you head to where those spore servant zombie things were, in room 7. And you can see that there are a bunch of cages that are opened. And besides that, there's nothing really in here. Besides a bit of very old hay in some of the corners of some of the cells. And then further in, past the prison, appears to be a bunker of some kind, quarters. And you can see that there are some beds in here. They are not comfortable, at least to non-Dwarven standards. They're hard and stone, and there's no sheets or anything on them. But you do spot crates and a few sacks around here, and if you search them, you find a bunch of basic supplies and more. So I'm just going to list them off, and if you guys want me to repeat any of them, you can. I can, and you guys could add it to your inventory. So there were blankets, rations, hempen rope, and a small sack that apparently has a bunch of valuables in it that go into more detail.
I feel like we should maybe take a look at the stack, see what's in there.
Yes, what kind of shinies?
Inside the sack, you see a bunch of pearls carved into decorative beads. And I forgot to mention, there is also a sack that contains a bunch of woodcarver's tools, 3 daggers, navigator's tools, fishing gear, and a potion of healing, along with a bunch of silver coins. So I'm just going to copy paste all this fun
Good idea.
into Discord.
Yeah,
And you guys can choose what you want to do with it. And besides that, you don't really see much else here. Clear evidence that the Drugar were sleeping in here, though. And I assume you all take your short rest in here, because there are blankets, they just weren't being used.
Yeah, take a short rest.
Okay, then you all can mark on your character sheets a short rest. You guys have no encounters while resting.
Sweet.
You guys kind of wiped out everything, so you're good.
I'm partially amazed, more so coming from, Ravenloft, but still.
Yeah, what do you think? This is a dreadful realm.
We're out in the middle of nowhere, and again, this is like a staging ground, so they probably wouldn't be sending patrols here that often.
Well, that's the thing. Regardless of where you would be in Ravenloft, there was always a chance of something coming out of the woods.
Yeah, that's true.
This is just an Alaskan winter. It's fine.
Ravenloft is also a lot smaller than Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
All right. So should we just save all the money stuff and just kind of bank it together?
Split it up between us, you think?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like math it all together. And that way, then we don't have to keep track of individual. Scotty, would you be fine with that if we just converted all of it into gold pieces? And
Yeah, I'll say next time you guys get downtime in 10 towns, you could exchange some of those things with various people for coins.
More or less, I was saying it just so we don't have to inventory manage as horribly.
Yeah.
Because none of those have weight to them. So if we just add them and more or less use them as just 25 pearls times 5 is 125, I think. 125. Yes, I can count. Good.
You could also use those as currency. They're essentially like 5 gold coins. In a way.
Right. Though some of us might be able to use them as spellcasting components. I don't know.
I don't think there's one that uses pearls.
I know that Identify uses a pearl, but it has to be 100 gold pieces.
So it's effective.
Yeah. I don't know if what was it? What's the one that he keeps using? I don't know if it's Gift of Alacrity or something else, but something else uses pearls. A Mercer spell uses pearls.
Somebody used the dab, so I had to, all right. Just noticed it. In any case,
so either way, in terms of gold value, we each get 20 gold and 8 silver from all those pearls, and then the 73 silver pieces. I'm gonna have to 3 divided by 8, or by 6, not 8. Is 12 gold and 1 silver, and 12 silver and 1 copper.
Okay, so 23 gold and 1 copper total.
So from that 73, so it's 23 and 1 copper.
And 1 copper. The most useless coin. Sorry, the second most useless coin.
Yeah, the most useless is the penny. Anyway.
Especially in Canada, because those don't exist. Oh, that's new. Sorry, I just noticed that D&D Beyond added items in your backpack.
Oh,
interesting.
All right. It's empty.
That's cool, yeah.
So, after your short rest, Boy looks eager to leave this place, but is also sniffing around at the doorway and seems to seems to be on the trail of something.
Yeah, weren't we using him to track down the missing person?
We were using him like he was used in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
All
right, let's get going.
Oh, fun little nifty thing. You can click on the items in your equipment. You can actually move them to your backpack.
Yep. Who should I have roll this?
Roll a die to determine it, Scotty.
Yep, I will roll a dice to see who rolls a dice. Lluis, roll me a d8.
Oh no.
He's asking you on a date.
Oh. To everyone. Oh, I can choose. If that's new on the D&D Beyond, also I can choose who to show my dice rolling.
Well, that's cool.
To everyone.
Oh, yeah, I should got my dice. Speaking of that,
Freaking 4.
You got a 4?
Yeah, it's so vanilla. Ugh.
Okay. If you guys recall, it is always dark because there hasn't been light here in a few years, and so you're not sure what time it is, but it has been a fairly long day for you all since your last long rest. I would say it's been at least 12 hours. This fight and stuff was like the last 2. But
yeah.
But a lot of it was you guys traveling to get here. So as you all travel, I'm gonna roll more dice.
Oh no.
Nothing to be worried about.
I'm worried.
I said that at the exact same time as Wild, but I was muted.
Okay, so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. So,
Liar.
Liar!
you all are traveling, and you are traveling around the Calvin's Cairn, which is what you're at the base of. You're at the northern base. And Boy starts taking you guys around the western side, so you're going clockwise around this mountain. And as you do, let's see. Wild. You hear a roar in the skies.
This guy.
Oh no.
And it sounds like it's in the distance. You hear it in the winds.
I hope it's a stray
Do
griffin from the Goliaths.
I recognize this roar?
That would be an Arcana check.
All right. I will roll that.
Can Rowan roll too? Because again, old tales of things.
Arcana or history check?
Same for me.
I'll do
16.
history.
Nature?
Definitely not nature.
Gulp.
It definitely ain't natural.
I mean, it is to this area, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$21 on history.
Okay. Like many areas in Faerun, there are dragons that live in different areas. And Icewind Dale is definitely no different. There have been tales of white dragons that live up here. White dragons, at least the ones that you've heard tales about with the history check, aren't the brightest, but they are sentient and they can communicate. But they usually keep themselves away from civilization, just because they don't want to deal with humanoids and have humanoids try to kill them and stuff. They don't want to competing hunting grounds, so to speak. Wild, what did you get?
I got a 16 in Arcana.
All right, you definitely can tell that is a frightening presence roar, but it's far enough away that it's not affecting you guys, of a dragon.
All right. Well, I'll just kind of probably share a look with Rowan, because Rowan seems to be the one who knows, giving a sign that they know what's going on. And then just say, be careful. Might be fighting someone that was a roar of threatening presence. So either it's a warning.
And judging by the wind was like blowing towards you guys, so the noise came from ahead of you guys.
And he probably can't, and he can't smell us from this distance. So
you're downwind from the dragon.
Rowan just nods, and her grip sort of just like her hands like drift to her axes, but she's like, just be careful and keep alert. Let's go around wherever this is, but just keep at a steady pace, steady but quiet.
Okay, so do you guys want to try to be on the down low?
Yeah.
All right, So we're going to need a group stealth check, which will include Boy. So everybody rolls a stealth roll, and if the majority of you pass, then the group passes. So, yay, democracy, I guess.
So, I have a question. Since I have disadvantage on stealth because my armor, does it apply here?
Yes, it does, definitely.
Is it sound based? Okay.
And yeah, okay. Let me roll for Boy.
Do you want us just to tell you or put it in chat?
Why don't you tell me? We'll go one at a time. So I'll do this kind of quick. So Wild, what'd you get?
25.
All right, and Valgg, what'd you get?
7.
All right, Prism.
17.
Okay, River.
17.
Okay, Rowan
19.
and Periwinkle.
21.
Hey.
80.
All right,
Wow.
I'm gonna meta with you guys, and I'm very sorry, but only one of you passed.
Mm.
And I'm for 99% sure I know the one person who passed. It's me.
Was
So-
it 21?
I mean, welcome
As
to
you-
iconic passive perception.
As you move up ahead, and you're moving as quietly as you all possibly can through the snow, and you're all doing a pretty good job. Like you're making sure that you're not really crunching too much in the snow. You're making sure that you're not leaving any obvious trails per se, and you notice Boy is actually like making his own little tunnel through the snow, so he's not really like hopping up and everything. And that's when you notice as you come around one side of the mountain, you're hearing like crunching noises and stuff. And on the other side of it, I'm gonna send you the picture. You see this dragon, a very, very big white dragon that appears to have some kind of weird saddle on it, leather saddle, and there seems to be a guy that's very limp on the top of it, and it appears to be nomming on a polar bear. So, and the polar bear itself looks frozen solid. Those of you that passed the checks with white dragons before, you're thinking the polar bear got killed by its breath attack and it's eating the polar bear.
Oh God.
It's a popsicle.
Yeah, so you're thinking the crunching is less the bones and more of its frozen meat that it's eating.
That's a chubby dragon. It makes me so happy.
That makes me think of the one from Dark Souls.
It looks very wrinkly and very old, so I'm a little terrified
Okay.
here.
Um,
It's like it's got grandma neck wrinkles.
So to give you a meta, this dragon is gargantuan size. And as you are all looking, I'll say Wild is probably the only one with a high enough passive. The passive would have been 15. I think you're the only one with that, or matching or higher.
I believe so. Yeah, I have a 15.
Yeah. You notice that the rider on top appears to be a corpse, a frozen corpse that seems to be strapped into the saddle, like they're the rider, like their legs still have the straps on them and stuff, so they don't fall off.
Actually, due to Wild's background, yeah, she definitely knows what those are.
Yeah, and the dragon stops crunching and stuff, and its head pokes up, and it looks in your guys' direction, and you notice that its eyes are whitened and milky. And you hear its breath as it sniffs in your direction. What all do you do?
P5 fove. I get the fuck out of there. No, I'm hiding behind river again.
How far away is it?
We'll say when you're going around the corner, 150 feet.
I have an idea.
Box shotgun.
You hear in
No.
common. Actually, no. You hear it hiss something in Draconic. Do any of you know Draconic?
I wonder if the Kobold speaks
No.
Draconic.
I had to ask. River, you hear it say, "My food." In Lower Draconic. Which is essentially a dragon's version of common.
So it's, from it speaking that, I can tell that it's aware of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will respond that.
It takes 2 steps forward, so that way it's in front of its meal. Looking your guys' direction in an aggressive manner.
We don't want your food. We're just passing through. We don't want to invoke anything in your terrain. We're just passing by. We mean you no harm.
Roll me a persuasion check.
16.
All right. You hear it say in Draconic as it peeks its head up and bends it backwards to look at the rider, and it says in Draconic, I'm trying to find his name. There it is. Meltharund, what do you think of this? Do they want to just take our meal? Oh, you don't think the Kobold would stand a chance even if they tried? You're right. And it looks back at you, keeps its eyes on your guys' group as it bends down and it grabs what's left of the polar bear in its mouth. And from there's a brush of snow everywhere as it takes off and it starts flying off to the east, towards the big glaciers to the east.
Nice.
Flies over top of you guys, maybe 50 feet above your heads, because it just took off and was like... You're all covered in snow.
Yeah.
Good job, River.
As soon as it's gone, River just like fucking sinks to her knees in the snow, just like sweat beating off of her, just like panting. And you see in one hand she has a little bottle of what looks like perfume just clutched in her hand. It's like death grip almost. God's buff. What the... Oh God.
Dust the snow off.
Those of you native to Icewind Dale would know, definitely, because of the name they gave of the rider on their back and everything, that this is, pardon my draconic, Arvin Torrance, the White Worm. She's an ancient white dragon that has lived here for a few centuries.
Ancient. So yeah, Grandma Neck was a good indicator of how old she was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the size is also a good example of how old she is.
There were tales that apparently she had a companion that was a human wizard. But that was like 200 years ago.
Dementia's a hell of a disease.
Well, at least you can make the safe assumption that was probably the wizard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, what do we have to fear, guys? Like, our friend River just scared off a dragon with a few words.
I don't really think I scared her off. I just don't think we were worth her time.
Yeah, she didn't see us as a threat.
I mean, I don't know what you saw, but you just like said a few words and the dragon like flew off.
Yeah.
I think the polar bear was better num-nums than us.
With a polar bear? You
didn't see the white fur dripping blood as she flew over?
I thought it was a rock.
It was frozen.
Considering it was frozen solid, there actually wasn't blood everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys actually find, when you go over to that area, and little bits of the snow you think are red rocks, and you realize that it's frozen crystallized blood.
I thought it was nibbling on some rubies. Ew.
Guts.
So anyway, after that...
Rowan pockets the perfume and just joins the others.
After that fun encounter, you all continue moving forward, and eventually see two tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that seems to act as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents is an overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 sled dogs. And they all howl when they see you guys, and they look all sad and starved. And Boy comes over to them and is like sniffing, and they're all sniffing and stuff. And you notice that on their harness stuff, on the sled, the front one is ripped off. And it seems to match what Boy has on.
There we go. Looks like you found the rest of your friends, huh, Boy? Just gives him a pat on the head. Just ruffles the top of his head.
He acknowledges it, but he's also busy, they're all sniffing each other's butts and whatnot.
Definitely call out to see if the guy is there that we're looking for.
Garrett. So you scream at the top of your lungs at the bottom of the mountain, Garrett.
No.
No avalanches.
Yeah. Rowan actually wants to look at just the sled and everything, see what happened. Because Boy tore away from the sled for a reason.
It looks like he just got lucky and he was pulling hard enough and it eventually gave way. But the other ones weren't so lucky. You notice under the sled are 2 small crates, and one of them is empty. And you can see that the dogs appear to have broken into it and eat a bunch of provisions that were within. There's not really anything left that could be salvaged in terms of rations.
That's fine.
Did they?
Wild-
Is it?
Wild's gonna try and open the other one up.
You open up the other one, and there's enough rations in there to feed 4 people for 3 days.
Let's give some to the
So
dogs.
36 rations.
Yeah, let's
Quick round.
feed and warm the dogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Total-
they scarf it down. You notice that they're skinny, but they're also sled dogs, so they burn carbs pretty
Right.
fast.
Yeah.
So they're not like at death's door starving, but they're definitely not hungry.
Yeah.
They eat the food. I'm just gonna roll a quick thing for the dogs in general. And after they eat the food, 1 or 2 of them circle around Boy, and then they all run off towards 10 towns, towards Targos. The 10 town that you guys were at originally. Before heading up towards the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
You also know that sled dogs are, fast. So they'll probably get there in like a half hour or so.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They're built for this kind of weather. We're not.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
I
I
am.
guess
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm built for this.
Rowan just smirks and just like
Boy,
fingers her like one white forelock and is like, yeah, fair enough.
Boy,
Just like knowingly.
Boy stays with you all, and you notice that his nose is in the snow, and he seems to be searching around for stuff. And you notice him start heading up the mountain. Enough up the mountain that it looks like it's a climbable, I wouldn't say path. It's not clearly a path, but it's not like rock climbing bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the
It's a
tents?
treacherous path.
Yes. Think of like closest example I can say to this mountain, Calvin's Cairn, is the mountain in Skyrim when you go up to the Greybeards. It's kind of the same kind of thing, but
Damn,
you
we
won't
don't have a horse.
have the little rock memorials every once in a while or anything.
Damn, we don't have a horse. We can't climb this very easily.
Or nothing, bunny
Exactly.
hop that shit.
But that's the less efficient way of doing it.
Still works.
Was there anything in the tents?
They seem to be torn up, and there's nothing really in those tents. You can see after you push away a lot of the snow and you scrape off some ice, there apparently were bedrolls there.
Whatever they came across wasn't good, nice,
Yeah.
but it wasn't big either.
We should follow Boy.
I mean, aside from the ancient dragon we just came across?
You can roll an investigation check, since you're so inquisitive about it.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
Investigate.
Whichever one of you has the higher, you can roll at advantage. We'll say the other one's helping. So, River, what's your investigation bonus?
-1.
Okay, and Rowan?
Rowan's is +2.
Okay, then I guess Rowan will be rolling at advantage.
We'll just roll the actual dice. Natural 20.
Hey,
So it's a 22.
The claw marks, there doesn't seem to be much in terms of size. Like, you're pretty sure that this was not a dragon that did this. If anything, that dragon was big enough it could have just, like, it wouldn't have really scratched the tents. It would have just put its giant claw on it and squished it.
Mhm.
No, these are much smaller claw marks, and you actually notice they're bite marks. And that's when you realize it was the dogs. Their sled harness was in reach of the tents. And they probably were trying to desperately searching for food. And then that's when you notice that there's some wax paper wrappers in some of the ice, and you think maybe there were some provisions in the tents as well.
Oh, Scotty, question: how many of the rations did the dogs eat?
Let's see. I'm gonna say
You
10.
said there was
I'm gonna make it a night. You have a nice even 25 rations left.
All right. So who can carry 25 rations? Because rations are surprisingly heavy.
Are they a pound each?
They are no, I believe they are £2 each.
£2. Okay.
£2 each. So 2 times 25 is
50.
50. So Lluis, I think you're the one who can carry the most.
I can carry up to a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're probably the best one to carry those 25 rations.
Yeah, I can carry up to 540 lbs
Pounds.
pounds.
Yeah, and I did say in this campaign, encumbrance will be a thing just because Icewind Dale deals with a lot of travel.
Yeah.
So,
So I think
yeah.
for now you're the best one to carry that, and then we can kind of.
Normally I waive encumbrance, but for this campaign, it actually makes sense to have.
Yeah.
So how do I add?
Just rations, and then put 25. You should actually have rations in your inventory already too.
I should, yeah, rations, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just 20 your rations plus 25.
Okay.
We're irrational.
No,
Ah,
Okay.
no, we are very rational. We have a lot of them.
Boy is about 50 feet up, and he's barking back at you guys.
yeah, let's follow it.
You notice that he did not have any of the rations, and he has an 8 since you guys have found him.
He's a pup on a mission.
It's on.
Let's go. If we
Um,
do this way, we can get rid of that dog.
probably healing to full health, dying and going to full health, maybe reset his need to
Hunger.
eat or something
Mhm.
as well. Who knows? In any case, you go to follow Boy, and as you follow him up the mountain, the howling wind, blowing snow, and slippery ice make the climb quite treacherous. And after an hour or two ahead, you see 4 mountain goats perched on a large rock formation around where you must navigate.
They're looking the salt deposits off.
Salt deposits.
You guys don't remember that meme? Okay,
They crave that mineral.
They do.
I know that meme, Callie. I know
Thank
that
you,
meme.
Vax.
Callie, it also doesn't help that I get that meme about trans girls because the same meme of that with trans girls.
Oh,
That's funny. I get a kick out of it.
High on a hill lived a lonely goat, heard your little lady.
Are the goats like in really impossible places, like really steep rocks and stuff
That's
like
how
that?
goats always live.
They seem indifferent to you guys, but they are in the way, the only real clear way to go up. And as you guys approach, they bleat loudly. I'll say 2 of them have horns and the other 2 don't. So 2 male, 2 female.
That sounds specious, but do you understand what they're saying, Valgg?
Oh,
He's not a satyr.
that's
But he is hoofing.
do you
Inspiration point for River.
what?
Did you say uninspiration?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's more of a joke.
How would you feel if I like mistake you for a frog?
ribbit.
Okay, that was cute. Let's move forward.
Valgg, I miscalculated. Shit.
That was a
Either way,
calculator
we-
response, but I'm horrible at math.
Either way, we need to get by them. Let's go.
As you proceed forward, Wild, the goats don't move, but they don't really seem to care too much. So you kind of just like step over top of one of them and you keep going.
Don't fuck with the goats. That's the one thing I remember. Don't mess with the goats.
And I
Prism
rolled
doesn't
some
know
kind of-
why, but they see a ghost of a very big goat on the side of a mountain looking at them menacingly.
Oh boy, I know
Can-
that encounter well
can
from my
Rowan-
players.
Can Rowan roll some kind of check to realize why these things are up here? Like,
Yeah,
are they just
Me-
mountain goats, or are they, yeah,
yeah, nature check.
in nature? Let's see if this works.
You're muted if you were saying your result.
Yeah, I know my microwave is doing in the background. I'm still at dinner going. It is an 18.
Yeah, no, these are just normal mountain goats. They're just, being goats and chilling.
Okay, just making sure.
Most goats are usually fairly indifferent unless it's mating season, which you're not sure how mating season will work here because all the seasons are kind of effed up because of the never-ending winter. But since Wild was able to go past them and they didn't seem to really care too much, you think it's fine. So the rest of you just go by the goats.
It says it goes no if they try anything. Well, I'm just gonna fucking shoot them.
We'll just go bypass them.
You overestimate their mental fortitude. Wow.
I mean, how steep is the way we're working with?
Valgg, you're probably the one that's having the most problems getting through, but you would have to hop over at least 2 of them. No check needed.
Can I grab them and put them 1 feet on my side and then walk?
That would involve a check.
I mean, I don't want to jump on a slope because I am prone to falling like a ragdoll.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
I can try.
Okay, is the terrain steep enough that we need to tie ropes onto each other for safety lines?
It isn't yet, but you're not sure about further ahead.
So it's a 10 for animal handling.
Okay, you essentially herd the goat over a bit, and it gives you a clear enough path that you can trot through.
Nice.
It bleats at you, didn't like it too much, but you're essentially just like, shoot. It's like, and it just went over to this other spot and started eating some really tough crabgrass stuff, eating out of the grass, or out of the rocky outcrop.
You have a double-digit ice gripping hoofs. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I have priority. I'm like a big truck.
I'm just waiting for the fucking goat to just ram you now.
And
We all hear a clank and look back, and there's just a goat with its horns just grinding against one of Valgg's flank plates.
Yeah. Oh, that hurts.
But the rest of you, especially after Valgg moving some of the goats aside, have a much clearer path to get through. You're still going to be within 5 feet of them, but you don't have to move through their squares, so to speak. So the rest of you continue forward, following Boy, and you continue up for about another half hour or so. And you're starting to get pretty tired. You all have been awake for quite a while.
We should probably find somewhere to sleep.
So you eventually get to a spot where you think you could relatively rest.
Safely sleep.
Yeah.
All right.
But your main problem is you all don't have tents, and the wind is howling.
So I
I
got
have a
bedroll.
2-person tent.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay.
So, are there any rock outcroppings?
Give me a group survival check as you guys find a spot to put your little camp site on the side of the mountain.
Of all the things that I bought specifically for this, right next to my snowshoes, I'm missing the word tent. But a 22 on a survival check is not bad.
Rowan didn't get too well. She got an 11.
At 20, so 26 total.
Okay.
17.
Mm-hmm. What about Valgg?
Not good, but I lost my roll. 7? Can
And Perry, what'd you get?
13.
Okay, with the overall group check, you guys have passed. So we'll say some of you might not be in the most comfortable spots. The 2-person tent can hold 2 medium-sized creatures or 3 small size. And and river
So,
is
I was
small
asking if
size,
they're,
so that's
yeah.
why I'm not sure how many would go in the tent, or if
Wouldn't
river's
be
going to
able
be
to-
like, no, it's
Wouldn't be able
mine.
to hold 4 small size people? Because small is technically half as big as a medium.
But what I was going to say is, if there's like any rocks nearby, like tie one of the sides of the tent in it, and just make like a lean-to, stake it into the ground and the rock, just have it as a windbreak.
Yeah, we'll say because you guys passed, that's what you end up doing with your tent. Whatever you guys want to do for setting up your camp, as long as it's not something unreasonable, like you guys set up a heater or something.
I mean, that's called a fire, Scotty.
You know what I mean. There's no real wood or anything to start a fire unless you guys already have that stuff with you.
I've got the tinder, but not the actual.
Or if you had, I don't know, some tiny little blubber-like whale creature that you could just light on fire.
Wouldn't it explode?
Nope.
Not pressurized. I think.
Because Fantasy World.
That's fair.
But in any case, you guys are able to set up a relatively comfortable enough, survivable enough campsite that you all can take long rests.
Collective body heat.
Yeah. Valgg being most of that body heat, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll take my armor off minus the helmet.
I was about to say, wait, what? Things to reveal?
No, never.
Never until you get knocked out and
As
you end
you're-
up taking your helmet off.
As you're taking off the armor, like a big gust of wind comes and it like hits the floor and it like moves upwards and your helmet starts to go up a little bit and you grab it real quick. And you all go to take your long rest.
All right.
Anybody keeping watch or
Yes, I think I'm Wild will take the first watch.
I want to go second.
I'll reinforce any of the watches, but I don't trust myself to do one by myself.
okay. You don't encounter anything, surprisingly, for the night, as you all take a long rest. So you all have had everything reset, and you're all good. And you wake up the next morning, fully rested. Maybe some of you are a little sore for sleeping on the side of a mountain, but I leave it up to you guys if that makes
Wild.
sense.
Wild's used to sleeping in weird positions. Cat.
Perry probably had the least good sleep because I don't think Perry's ever had to deal with this kind of stuff before.
I'm fine.
I mean, she does have that ring of heat.
Yeah, ring of warmth. I'm fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just probably the awkward sleeping conditions is probably.
Okay, Valgg and Perry are probably the ones everyone cuddles up with the most because you two would be the most warm.
It's like the middle of the night. I'm like, do you guys ever think about the universe? And then you hit me. And
Well, since I'm a lizard, I'm just going to, heat bathe on top of Valgg.
But in the morning, all that's left of your tiny little fire you guys had going for the night, it's not even smoking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue up the mountain.
Yep. And
Hundreds of feet up the mountain, you come to a glistening white expanse of packed snow. And you start moving across it. As you get about halfway across, you hear a large crack from higher up in the mountain, followed by a rumbling noise as the ground starts to shake. It is an avalanche. And they got rules for avalanches.
ooh.
So I need everybody to roll initiative,
Is this a quick time event?
Yes.
essentially. So I'm going to roll for boy.
Advantage on it.
Okay.
Oh
13.
no.
All right, so Rowan, what did you get for initiative?
1 sec. Can I caught me off guard real quick?
Oh, sorry, Wild. What did you get?
18.
Okay. River.
10.
Oh boy, Periwinkle.
8.
Go.
Prism.
4.
Everyone's doing great here. Rowan, you got your initiative?
21.
Oh, same as last time. Interesting. And Valgg.
Yep.
12.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right.
At least
so,
half of us are moving in the double digits.
All right, so I've never looked at the Avalanche rules before this. So
Pretty good for me.
as the avalanche occurs, all of you roll initiative. Twice each round, at initiative counts 10 and 0. The avalanche travels 300 feet. When the avalanche moves, any creature in the space it is in falls prone, and you must make a certain throw or you might take some damage and stuff. So, this avalanche starts 100 feet above you. So, to start off with Rowan, you start to see the avalanche starting to form up in anything. Do you attempt to do anything?
Is there anything we can sort of duck into, or do I see like any kind of like caves or crevices we can squeeze into?
Give me a perception roll.
Perceive. As an 8, can't see shit, Captain.
Yeah, you're just in this. It's a white expanse of packed snow. There's nothing to really grab onto, or any rocks to hide behind, or anything. So,
Right. Did we pass anything on the way up?
You've moved up 100 feet.
Mhm.
So the nearest of any form of a rock or anything that you could grab onto that isn't just the ground is about 100 feet below you guys.
Shit. I don't think I have anything to. Wait, you said it's below us, right? Like, could we, if we looked over the side, could we see it?
The avalanche is above you. I was saying 100
but
feet
no,
below
the-
you is.
100 feet below you.
Mhm.
Like, could we, if we looked over the side, could we see it or see some place that would be out of the way?
Yes.
Sweet. Rowan flips her axes into her hands, clangs them against each other, and just whispers under her breath. And you see the blades and the striations just light up, and everybody feels a little bit lighter as she's casting Featherfall. And goes, everyone over the side, back to where we were. And just like trust falls back over there.
Okay. And you start feather falling down, so you can move down 60 feet because that's how Featherfall works. Wild. You are next.
I have a question.
Yes.
As much as Wild thinks that's an okay idea from Rowan, how wide? So I see the thing. How big of an area does this seem to be? How wide, more or less?
Okay. The avalanche, in meta terms, is 200 feet wide, 100 feet long, and 30 feet deep. And it's about 100 feet up the mountain from you guys currently.
All right. Yeah.
When
'cause,
initiative starts.
Wild's plan is, instead of going down, because one of us should not go ever. If all of us go down, then we're going to be stuck there, and potentially Wild is going to try to move to the side, more or less. Instead of running away from it, she's going to run to the side, to the left or right, whichever way seems like is the quickest to get there.
Okay.
And in terms of speed, I can do. 1 second, let me just double check my math while I'm.
Do you have on the snow boots?
I do not need to worry about that because I'm going to dash and I have mobile.
And don't you also have like feline agility you can burn
And I
too?
also, so I'm going to feline agility and dash, so which means 40, 80, 160 feet I dash.
Okay, so and you're still within range of it because it's 200 feet wide.
Yeah.
So you got another 60 feet at least.
If it's 200 feet wide and we're starting in the middle, I'd be out of it either way.
You know, it does not state if you're in the middle of it, so I'm going
I-
to say yeah.
e-
I would assume. I would assume you're in the
either
middle.
way I go. Either way I'd go, right? Like either I'm in the middle and I'm getting out, or I'm in the left and I go to the right,
Okay.
right? Like that kind of thing.
And I'll see maybe something just a little cool extra flavor, since you got the mobile feet and whatnot. And you use the feather fall to your advantage, so you kind of are doing like weird glide
Right.
jumping.
Just running across the surface of the snow.
Hmm. And Boy is next. And Boy is going to dash your direction. But he's not quite out of the way in time.
I go supersonic speed.
He moves 80 feet. And then Valgg, it is your turn.
So, like Rowan
It's the
jumped
avalanches.
down, and then Wild dashed. So I don't know if I understand it correctly. Where did Rowan jump down to?
Off the edge to where we made camp last night, with
Okay.
feather fall on all of us.
Essentially just jumped off the mountainside behind you guys. But has cast Featherfall on everybody, so it's not a suicide jump.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I will try to grab River and Prism.
Okay, you can only grab one in this round.
If I use action search, can I grab both?
Yes.
I will grab both then.
Okay, I was about to say this is Tall Tales, where you had to like choose both of them. And then you just see this third option that says, fuck you, I use action search, and you press that one.
The right trigger comes up, renegade.
Yeah, renegade, you renegade.
Can we resist the grapple?
Yeah.
I mean, if I see you frowning or something, I will try to grab Periwinkle. I will just I just want to save two of them.
Okay. I have to ask one quick question.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll ping you real quick.
Okay. I'll let
Toby.
you know after River's turn who would be next, but first Valgg. You grab River and Perry, right?
Yes,
And then what do? Because that's your action.
because
Well,
Prism is
both your
looking at me
actions.
like weird. Yeah, and then I will jump down.
Okay.
Wait, well, no!
You
I
have
mean-
feather fall on. All of
Yeah.
you.
I am face
I
first,
don't-
so I assume like, yeah. I
You guys,
think
you guys all saw her axes light up when she smashed them together, and you felt lighter.
I
So you know
trust
something's up.
Rowan. Rowan has failed me 0 times.
Let's hope that continues to be a number.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after you, it is River's turn. So River, you are underneath Valk's arm, and you're currently feather falling down the cliffside. Do you attempt anything?
How far away is the avalanche?
It was 100 feet away. Valgg jumped off the cliffside, and per the Featherfall rules, you move down 60 feet around. So you're 160 feet, we'll say.
And it's still pitch black for him, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, it's white snow, and some of you do have some light sources, and most of you have dark vision anyway, so you can clearly tell where everybody's at.
Well, since we're doing that, if it's not already been re-upped, I'd cast light on his chest armor so he can see where he's going.
Okay. Oh, it'd been really cool if you could, like, in between his antlers, just like floats in the middle. But light needs to be cast on a specific object. But anyway,
Well, I
Might
could
be able to
just
find a
touch
match
his
guy.
antlers.
Oh my god, Valgg would look like the reindeer in, I think it's like Sweden or Iceland.
mhm.
Have you guys seen that?
Yes. Yeah, you'll have to put it in Discord. I know what you're talking about, but that's something
I
everyone should
will.
see.
I will drop it right now.
Okay, Valgg now has fluorescent antlers. With
Alright.
a high beam.
All right, so is that River's turn?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody else. Actually, everybody but Wild, as the avalanche moves 200 feet down the mountain. So this would hit everybody, including those feather falling. You need to roll me strength saving throws, except for Wild, who with their amazing agile feet, both FEAT and FEET, move out of the way of the avalanche just in time, we'll say, to make it cinematic. So strength saving throws for everybody else. Boy did not pass.
If I pass, do I give advantage to the ones I'm holding in my arms?
Nope.
I mean, you do not have the strength to stop an avalanche from ripping them from your arms.
I have 18 strength. That's a lot of strength.
That's not as much strength as an avalanche, Lluis.
I have 20 strength. It's not going to help with a 5.
Okay, so 5 for Rowan.
So that's actually a 10 because my strength is 5.
Oh, okay. Perry, what did you get? You counted.
19, Sean.
Okay. And then River, what did you get?
13.
All right. All right. And Prism, what did you get on yours?
Well, I haven't rolled yet because I was trying to use other options.
Yeah.
Said it was a strength check,
Strength saving throw.
so +0. Okay. Fuck me. 5.
And Rowan.
That was a total of 10 when I rolled it.
Oh, right. That's right. I think I got everybody. Yeah, literally the only one that passed was Perry.
I rolled a 19 too.
Oh, and Valgg. Perry and Valgg passed.
Can we together hold on to River?
Right?
And those of you that, whether you pass or fail doesn't matter, you all are going to be moving with the avalanche because you're caught in it and it's just moving down the mountain. But those of you that did not pass, oh, those of you who passed take half damage. Cool. Luckily, it's not much damage. Wow. Okay, literally everybody takes 1 damage. Nice. Nice. I rolled minimum damage. So
Fresh powder.
you all move 500 feet down the mountain. And then that was the avalanche's turn. Those of you that did not pass are prone. And you're just inside the snow as you're all getting hurled down the mountain. After
Wait. Can I
That.
strength check the avalanche to get River?
you're still holding on to them and stuff, but you're all moving with the avalanche.
Okay.
I'll say you have high enough strength you're able to hold the 2 that you're holding. Periwinkle, I
Yeah.
believe you are next. Yes. So you're currently in the avalanche and it's just snow and stuff, and all you can really see is Valgg's armpit and snow.
Well, I imagine he's holding me like this, and I'm like this.
Mhm.
So okay. So we went 30 or not. We went 60 feet down, right?
Yeah, you were like floating down, and then the avalanche caught up and just took everybody.
And
It's-
Rowan also went 60 feet down. So is
Mhm.
it possible that we're in the same spot as Rowan and I could do that Mulan thing where I like yank her up and like grab her and put her on the back of Valgg?
Yeah, give me a strength saving throw. Would you like to rage?
I will rage.
Okay,
I will
okay.
rage.
Before you do that, remember what kind of barbarian you are. You'll get advantage in your strength saving throw, but something else might happen that you won't be able to predict.
Let me hang on.
We came here to
It
play.
might help. It might help. I just wanted to remind you, so you don't accidentally like turn into like a fire elemental and then you go to grab Rowan or something. Because it's every time you rage. I think twice a day you rage. It does it. But it would give you advantage on the strength saving throw.
I'm going to take that. I'm gonna take that risk. I'm gonna roll a d8.
Yep. What'd you get? What happens to you? Because you got the chart up and I don't know the chart.
A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect on each of your turns as a bonus action.
So it says the creature within that range must. It's not you can't choose to not do it. Like it has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet
Of your
you
choice.
Yes.
We'll
Is it
say-
the first one or the second one.
Must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Because it lets
Okay.
you choose, I'll say you can choose not to hit anybody.
Okay, then I choose not to hit anybody. There's a glowing light coming from my
For
chest.
funsies, I'll say there's a very angry looking goat who's caught in this avalanche. Do you aim at the goat?
If I have to,
It says
aim at the
it has a little
goat-
shirt on that
Oh.
says Periwinkle sucks. And has SUX.
That's sad.
This is a bait. Don't do it.
No.
Don't fall for it.
if I can choose not to, then I won't hit anybody.
The
Okay.
fact that you could even see the goat from through the fucking avalanche is impressive.
However,
Let
I'm
alone
going
read
to
the shirt.
cry. I will cry if it does not help me at all because
Or I can always dig you out, guys.
fuck.
Did you cat it?
Yes, I counted it twice.
Did you not
rolled
one
two nat
twice?
ones.
No,
Good
I got
grief.
a 1 on the first one, and
So
then
you
I
at
got a
least
2
didn't
on the second one,
Oh,
so that's
so
a
you-
7.
So Callie, you herod it then. Were you there for that game where she rolled 1, then 2, then 3, then 4?
No.
Nice.
You go to
Yeah.
grab Rowan and you like get them by the hand for just the briefest moment. And Rowan, you do feel somebody like try to grab your hand, but it's like it's hard to tell which way's up for everybody because you guys are just tumbling down here in snow. And Perry, you lose your slip. You slip off, and Rowan's hand and the rest of Rowan disappears into the snow.
Does she pull up a random Mongol?
You pull up a goat.
No,
Shut
not
Nope.
you.
Nope, just puts it back in.
And that was your action, and you're kind of being held by Valgg, so I doubt you'll want to do anything else.
Well, I raged as my bonus action,
Mhm.
so.
Can you
Yeah.
do
The
can you
good
do
news
something
is you'll have advantage on your next strength saving throw for the avalanche.
Nah.
Perry, can you
Yeah.
can you try and use your axe to just like dig in?
That would be
Potentially.
an action.
Already used
She
the
already did.
action to try to grab you.
Balls. Oh, Rowan's gonna try and do it anyways.
And sorry, Prism.
Probably.
With the very last initiative, it is now your turn. You could try to
Oh.
do those things now, but you couldn't have done them beforehand because the avalanche went before you.
Well, I mean, now it makes even more sense to be able to use that.
Okay. The answer is yes, you can now. It's just you couldn't then.
Yeah. So I'll Misty step my way out of the pile of snow that I'm in.
Okay.
Get onto the surface.
You misty step 30 feet above the avalanche, and it continues to fall, and you just land in what's left of the unsettled snow up on the mountain, about 500 feet up the mountain. They make this scenario really easy in elevation. So the avalanche started 1,000 feet up, and it moved 500 feet down. So you're now like at the halfway point of where you guys were. And is that your turn?
Well, Can I use my bonus action to dust off all this?
Is it Misty Step a bonus action?
Oh, you're right. It is a bonus action, I think.
Yep.
Let me confirm.
So you still have your action and movement.
Neat. I don't know what I want to do.
I'll say with the Misty Step, you still have some snow on you, but it kind of just like when you reappear from Misty Step.
Nice. I'll take that.
You see a random goat, and only its bottom half is sticking out of the snow. Its back legs are kind of kicking.
Well, not going to say what the goat can do. So I'm higher up than anybody else. Is
Yeah,
that
this
the case?
thing's quickly moving.
I'm the highest up, I think, because I didn't even get carried away by it.
In one round, this thing moves 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I think I'm the
On
only
a-
one who didn't get moved.
On
by it,
initiative,
so-
on
We
initiative
get it
10, it moves 500. On initiative 0, it moves another 500.
Okay. Well, since I'm about halfway in between everybody, I will take out a lamp and light it.
Okay. You would see Valgg's light glowing in the snow in the avalanche.
But that wouldn't help them get to me.
No.
Right.
Not at the moment, at least.
It makes it clear to you that, yeah, that's where they're at.
Right. And I'm lighting a lamp and sticking it on the end of my staff to show them where I'm at.
All right. And then I guess everybody except for Wild and Prism need to roll me another strength saving throw as the avalanche continues moving on initiative 0. Boy actually passes.
Hey,
I get advantage.
did it matter?
It did.
Hey,
Maybe. I don't know. I'm scared.
Okay, let me go through everybody real quick. So Valgg, what'd you get?
Not 20 for a 26.
Fail. No, I'm kidding. Pass. Perry, what'd you get?
I got a 16 and I crossed my fingers.
Pass.
Yay!
River, what'd you get?
16.
Pass. And Rowan, what'd you get?
19.
Hey, you all passed, so you all only take 1 bludgeoning damage again,
Ow, ow, ow.
as you are now at the foot of the mountain. And you're all still prone from the first fail, though, as you reach the bottom. Everybody who's down there, so everyone besides Wild and Prism, are currently blinded and restrained as the avalanche stops and you are buried in snow.
remember, guys, stick to find out which way's up.
So, up first will be Rowan.
All right, so Rowan is going to do exactly that.
Yeah, okay, so as an action, you can attempt to dig yourself free. And that'll be an athletics check.
Would I be able to use Thunder Wave to just push all of the snow away from me?
Maybe, but you don't know what else is around you.
Fair enough.
You also don't want to cause another avalanche after the avalanche.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Or
All
do
right.
you?
All right.
Wild, come down here with us.
So what was the what was the thing I need to do?
You can attempt to dig yourself free as an action, breaking free of the service and ending the blinded and restrained conditions on you, but you must make a athletics check.
All right, I will do this then. It's my athletics. Okay, nice. 17.
All right. Your hand just out of the snow and you get yourself
just-
out.
Just hand with the axe still gripped in the axe, just pulls out. She looks like like those old, like, I forget what the cartoon is, but it's like a Draugr just coming out of the snow, just like covered in it, just axes, eyes just glowing.
It reminds me of that, what is the Swedish B movie where they're up in a cabin up on the mountain and they got to deal with Nazi zombies? It's like a live action
I
movie.
remember that one.
Nazi zombies.
Is it literally called Nazi zombies?
I would not be surprised if it was.
It was before the Call of Duty Nazi zombies. So
Yeah.
in any case, you pop out of the snow and you are no longer restrained or prone.
Dead snow.
You got a bunch. Yeah, you got a bunch of snow all over you. I'll see you have a few twigs in your hair.
Yeah, the movie is called Dead Snow. I looked it up.
Oh,
There it is.
okay. And that was your action. You still have your bonus action and your movement, which I think is weird. I would think it'd take your full movement to do this, but whatever.
Yeah. Can I sort of like just look around and see if there's anybody I can, or like if I can see any sign of anyone else?
I'm gonna roll a random chance. You see a tuft of hair about 15 feet away.
Whose hair does it look like?
Maybe Valgg's. You don't know. You've never seen Valgg's hair.
Okay, I'm just gonna run over.
Technically, you've seen my tail.
That's true.
Is it emitting a light?
Is it his tail? Oh yeah, that's right. Valgg's got light on him, so would it be
You
shining?
do not
through
see.
the
You
snow?
do not see a light.
Oh,
Valgg is buried deep enough in the snow that the light isn't coming through.
but is he very deep enough in the snow that his ass is sticking in the air with his tail just flapping around
No.
like an SOS flag? Right, Rowan's gonna go over and start like if she can next turn to start digging out.
Okay. After you, it is Wild's turn. So Wild, you see the avalanche stop at the bottom of the mountain. You can see apparently somebody got themselves out of the avalanche about halfway through. And judging by the bluish light you see reflecting off of them, you're thinking maybe it's Prism.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna stay where she is for the moment. Not really worth her going down yet because she wants to wait till everything's settled.
Okay.
Also, that way it gives me this way now I have my feline agility recharged back again.
Oh, he didn't pass. Boy, he tries to dig himself out. He doesn't dig himself out this round. After him, it is Valg's turn. So Valgg, you are blinded by the light spell because all you have is snow all over you, and snow reflects the light really bad, and you're already blinded from being buried in snow anyway. So I need an athletics
Double
roll
blind.
as you try to get it yourself out of the snow.
Do I have River and Perry?
If you take them with you, it will be at disadvantage.
No, I want to leave them.
It will still be a disadvantage because you're like handling them while also trying to get out.
Okay.
Get them out.
Yeah, I can take that. I just want to leave them out and I'll whatever.
You're not sure which way's up. I've never been in an avalanche, but I've heard from avalanche survivors it's one of the toughest things is one, lack of air, and two, you don't know which way is up when you're trying to dig yourself out.
Okay. But it's the strength check?
It would be an athletics check at disadvantage.
Okay. Okay.
With your strength, this is still quite doable.
Yeah, it's viable. Disadvantage.
Harry, you feel
Okay, still a
Valgg.
16.
A 16.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, roll me a d20. Just a flat d20.
Flat dude. Okay. Eight.
You just realized your helmet's not on.
Oh. Okay.
Perry and River, both of you are, you feel the hands of Valgg like pushing you guys upwards, and you are not completely out of the snow yet, but your like faces are clear enough out of the snow that you can see how to get out, and it won't. You guys don't need to do checks. And you see sitting half buried in the snow is Valgg's helmet, and about 100 feet over, you think you see Rowan looking around. And Valgg, that's your turn. Okay. After Valgg, it is Dr. River's turn.
So the face has breached the snowpack.
Mm-hmm. You're not blinded or anything, so you can just, or restrained, so you can just get out now.
All right. I'll crawl out and how hard is it to see? Like Rowan?
You can see Rowan about 100 feet away. They haven't seemed to have noticed you yet. They look like they're getting ready to pull somebody else out of the snow.
Would I even, since I'm so small, would I even be able to try to help dig out Valgg?
You can,
I do have a burrow.
You can always try.
I guess I'll burrow.
It is a strength thing, though.
Even with like just flat burrowing into snow.
That's you burrowing in the snow. That's not trying to move something much bigger than you out of the snow.
Well, I'm talking about like the burrowing down, so he's not going to suffocate or anything.
Oh yeah, sure. Give me like a survival roll. It'll be a low DC, because you're essentially just being like a dog and you're digging the snow out of there.
24.
24.
Yep, I have a +6 survival.
Okay. You are greeted immediately by a very beautiful face. So, Valgg, can you describe what your face looks like?
I can try. And basically, it's a really androgynous, soft face.
Almost like Elven, very...
Yeah, 2 colors.
Angular.
Like the same Palomino horse colors in spots on the face. A really, really cool platinum blonde mane, probably soaked from the snow, and blue eyes. And really cute ears, because I'm all about that.
That is what you were famous for.
Yeah.
Ears.
And you do not realize that it's Valgg until you dig far enough that it gets to the waist and you realize it's a Centaur. First you're like,
hey, how did this other person get stuck here near me?
yeah.
Hey, who are you? Oh. And you said that when we were up there, we saw his helmet?
Yes. It's about 15 feet away from where you popped up.
Once I would get to him, to make sure he's not going to asphyxiate in the snow,
Mm-hmm.
I'd call out to Perry that I found him and grab me his helmet.
Okay. I'll say at this point, because everyone who was buried in the snow is pretty much free, and I just rolled for boy for next round, we're out of initiative. So, Rowan, you go to pull out that tuft of hair, and as you do, you pull on the goatee of a goat, and you pull the goat's head out.
Meh.
And it looks very confused.
Rowan just blinks a couple of times, then just like shrugs. Goes, all right. Guess you get to live another day, buddy.
And
Just-
it,
What did I do with that
Sets it out.
scanner?
it quickly scrambles and starts running away. More dazed and confused from the avalanche. It's limping a little bit, but it'll definitely survive.
If possible, I was going for like before we dig him out, get his helmet back on him.
Yeah, you can do that. We'll see you do that. And Perry, your head was visible and stuff, so you get yourself out, right? Oh, you're muted.
I get myself out and I grab the helmet and I hand it to Dr. River and I close my eyes so I can't see anything.
You can't help but notice the glowing blue eyes, and you think it's mostly just because the light spell was cast on his antlers, so give
No,
him really
I
nice
don't
lighting.
look at him. I
You
don't
can't.
see him at all.
You can't help yourself. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No! I don't
Scotty,
wanna
make her roll a
privacy.
will save.
No. If they don't,
Angelic music.
if they
I'm joking.
if they just tell you with like Medusas and stuff and Gorgons that you can just say you don't look, then you don't look. In any
I'm
case,
joking.
Oh, only one person's seen you.
I just want to just like interject real quick. My friend who is watching this, and he sent me the Squidward "Oh no, he's hot" meme to see everybody see Fallout's face.
yeah, Lluis, on your Twitter, you might have to repost the no helmet version of
Yeah.
Valgg.
Yeah.
I don't have it here.
Eventually, later. But
At
the
one.
There is rustling near you, Periwinkle. Like the snow's disturbed as you hear like digging. And then popping out of the snow, you see Boy. And he just shakes off a bunch of snow.
Oh, hello.
And he comes up to you and he starts licking you, wagging his tail.
I go into my pocket and I grab some rations and I'm like, here you go, buddy. Just as a treat, just a little treat.
Does he look okay?
Yeah, he took some damage, but he's fine.
Does he look like he's hurt or anything like that? Or do we need to heal him? Or
Yeah, he's front paw. He's like holding like this.
Aw. Rowan will just gently walk up and put a hand on his little head and just ruffle between his hand, go, good boy, and cast Healing Word on him.
Mm-hmm.
So that is mark that off.
What's your plus on it? Because I know it's D4 plus Wisdom.
It's
Or
D4 plus charisma, so it's +4.
Okay, he had taken 4 damage, so no matter what you roll, he's at full health.
Right.
He puts his paw back down and he licks your hand.
Oh, sweet! I rolled a 4, so it's 8.
He blows up because he overheals. No, I'm kidding.
No.
You activate the Uber charge.
The woes of older editions with low hit point creatures, where it'd be like, I go to heal them. I'm going to be super nice and heal at a higher level spell.
Oh no!
Because if you healed more than double their total health, they actually explode into light and rainbows and die.
Oh god!
Uber charge ready.
Yeah, essentially, but not with that desired result. In any case, that's when you all notice, well, everyone besides Prism and Wild, that you're back at the bottom again.
Okay, I've enjoyed the trek the first time, so
Well,
why not again?
at least we know the way up, so hopefully it won't take us long. That, and there shouldn't hopefully be another ancient white dragon waiting for us up there.
Did the avalanche like carve a way down?
Yeah,
Easily-
but that whole part is like loose rubble and stuff, so if you try to climb it,
Yeah.
it might do more harm than good.
It's
Yeah.
all soft pack snow.
Yeah.
Rowan will, as soon as they're ready, Rowan will start back up, and she's just gonna keep her axes out to use potentially to as climbing hooks.
Mm-hmm. Prism, do you attempt to start climbing up now, or do you wait until the rest of the group gets to you?
I can't see Wild, can I?
You can roll me a perception.
Sure. Perception.
You actually have pretty good perception.
Yes, I do. And with a 19 on the die, that's 23.
Yeah, you do see Wild up there.
Okay.
Wild, you did say you pulled out like a lantern or something, right?
No, that was Prism.
That was me.
Right.
Wild
up.
didn't.
Into my staff. I will start heading towards Wild just to effectively have a source of light so the other party can reach us.
Okay. I'll say it takes a few hours for everybody to get back together. So, if Wild or Prism, did you guys want to do anything before the rest of the group gets up? I doubt it, but I thought I might as well ask.
Nothing really to do. Just wait.
It's going to be like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
This is essentially Kingdom Hearts 3. If you ever played the Frozen
Don't
World of Kingdom
spoil
Hearts 3.
anything. Don't spoil a damn
This
thing.
isn't spoilers. Trust me.
I apologize.
Yeah.
You're fine.
No.
I haven't played it yet. I don't want a single thing spoiled for me.
Okay.
Wild. Well, I was just gonna kind of relax there.
Just when you're on the Frozen World in Kingdom Hearts, just think of this.
Wonderful. I probably will. Wax philosophically to myself, not to Wild.
You wax philosophically?
Isn't that the term?
That's a turn. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Go wax
Yeah.
and wane.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That or like you're waxing a car. And I'm like, wait, what?
Or yourself.
Or your staff.
Never
It's
mind.
like-
I said in silence.
Okay. Anyway. Hey, look at that! Do. 3 hours late, 2 to 3 hours later, the gang's back together, and you're back where you were.
When you guys arrive back, Wild just kind of looks at all of you, goes, "What took you guys so long?"
All right, I want to be scouting, looking ahead with my survival skills to make sure there's no more soft pack snows above us as we trek upward.
Okay. What's your past survival?
It's +6, so
Okay, 16 then. I'll keep that in mind. So you're on the lookout for like future possible avalanche spots.
yes.
Okay. And do you all take a short rest or anything, or do you just continue up? I would say it's around lunchish time for you guys.
I'm good with
Wild
nibbling
had a
food
short
as we
rest.
go.
Okay.
I think we'd be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, going.
You continue traveling for a bit, and with Dr. River making sure that there's not any spots where potential avalanches could be. And I assume you guys are probably trying to be as quiet as possible now after that.
I mean, granted, at least after an avalanche has happened, you don't have to worry about as high of a chances of another avalanche happening afterwards.
Very true.
Because no matter how loud we are nowhere close to as loud as a fucking avalanche.
If there's a potential for avalanche, I have something to take care of it.
Summon avalanche.
No.
You continue going up, and Boy seems to get really excited. His ears go up, and he barks twice, and he starts running ahead of you guys. Up
How fast is he?
Not as fast as you, I don't think.
Yeah, Wild will kind of keep up with
His
Boy.
speed's 40, and he would be dashing.
Okay, so he's the exact same speed as Wild.
Okay.
Yep.
I just have the advantage of feline agility, which just supercharges my speed once.
Rowan will double move to keep up with Boy.
Okay. You don't get to travel too far when you all reach a steep snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks, and lying face down in the snow, barely conscious, is a humanoid in blood-stained cold weather clothing as Boy runs right up to him.
Shit, Rowan is going
Is it a
to
person? Wild will check immediately if it's a person.
You get up to him, and you notice that it is a human male, a rugged, bearded man in his prime. Very much, because you remember he has a husband.
Yeah.
Very much daddy material here. He's got that lumberjack build, so he's got like the upper body, but he's also got a bit of punch because you need those carbs for lumberjack stuff / other things. But in any case,
Question for the pushing.
he's like, Boy, and Boy's like licking his face and whining.
How
Wild
near
will
death does he look?
You can give me a medicine check.
16.
Okay. I'm just going to meta with you. He has 16 hit points. He appears to have only 6 left and a level of exhaustion.
Wild will immediately wrap him in a blanket, in a bedroll, because he's probably also freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to wrap him in a bedroll.
Is cure wounds.
All right. And he says, "Oh, Boy. It was such a good name for you. You're such a good boy." And he's like shivering and stuff. "You found these people to help me, didn't you? Bark, bark."
How much did you heal him for?
See, it's 12.
Okay, he's fully healed then. He's still got that level of
Alright.
exhaustion, but he's fully healed. You notice he had like scrape marks on him, and you healed those up.
Yeah. It looked like Rowan was about to reach out her hand to him, but then when River has it, she just draws it back, and a little bit of light that was trying to appear on her finger just disappears as well.
Mm-hmm. And he mentions to you all as you're tending to him, did Boy send you for me?
Him and your husband.
Mhm.
Oh. Well,
Rowan just
we were The group I was escorting up here, we got attacked by a Yeti. And I was able to lure it away from them, but just barely survived. And that's when we roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Do.
As
As
it
he
just-
turns into a Yeti.
As it goes to like Final Fantasy, and like combat
As he
music
turns into a
starts.
Yeti. Turns out he was the Yeti all along.
No, this isn't Futurama. We don't have were Yetis.
Yet.
Yeti. Yeah, bad.
Exactly.
Bad Scott. All right.
We didn't have to pay you for that one.
Yeah. That was a freebie. Okay, so lightning round. Rowan, what'd you get?
22.
Ooh. Okay, wild.
23.
Damn. River.
19.
Periwinkle.
You're never gonna believe this. I rolled a 1, so a 3.
Nice. Prism.
Nice.
14.
And Valgg.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see here. I think the person who's first in initiative, Wild, is going to roll me 2d6s and tell me the result in each d6.
All right. For D6, 1, 2.
Okay.
And for D6, 2, 2.
Cool. All right. So, as he's telling you about the Yeti, and was about to ask you other questions, coming up around the cliffside, suddenly 2 large saber-tooth-like cats, 2 Craig cats, pounce at Periwinkle.
Oh no, and her
As
rage
no
is-
one had passive perception to see their stealth, so the first round, they get to go first with this ambush. They have advantage because you're all surprised. I'm sorry, Perry. I didn't roll the d6s.
I am sorry. Because I did.
It's fine. You know what? Whatever.
Okay, so 2 claw attacks at advantage at Perry.
Perry the platypus.
23 on the first one. And a natural 20 on the second one. Nice.
Oof.
We are using Xanathar's Lost Notes to everything else. This is actually the first attack crit of the night, right?
Yes, it's the first attack we've done all night, so
That's true. So, a Craig cat is pretty much like a long-haired saber-toothed cat, but without the canines aren't as big as a saber-toothed cat.
Rowan got her epithet by killing one of these when she got to Icewind Dale.
The one with the crit rolled a 61, and its attack is so inspiring it allows its friend to make another attack as a reaction. Exactly, Garfield, who's attacking the...
Scotty's just really hates you, Callie, apparently.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Does a dirty 20 hit? Yeah, it does.
I don't know.
We're not that high level yet.
If you have 20 dex and you're like a monk or something, you can have AC 20. I don't know.
Only AC 18,
Okay, give me
I think.
2 strength saving throws.
Well, you get AC 20. That's right. I'm sorry.
14 and an 8.
Okay, you pass the first one as the first cat pounces you, and you take 7 slashing damage. But it does not knock you down. It just takes everyone by surprise. However, the second one jumps at you, and it does knock you prone, and you take 14 slashing damage from the crit. Are you still up?
Yeah. Can I use my reaction?
Yeah. What do you rate? What do you do?
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, that's a dex save, right? I'll just use the roll I just did.
It is, yeah, it's a dex.
Okay, so 11.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and you can do the damage.
I hate my dice today.
Is that minimum?
That's 6.
That sounds like almost minimum. I mean, it's
I
better
rolled
than
a 2,
nothing.
a 3, and a 1.
Okay, so that cat is lit.
That cat is lit AF, fam.
And because it succeeded on its pounce attack on you with the strength save, the crit one, it got to do a bite as a bonus action. And that's what the dirty 20 was.
Okay.
So the dirty 20, you take... If you guys heard that, that was the sound of my big cat climbing up a cat tree in like half a second. You take 8 piercing damage. Are you still up?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. And then because the crit gave
Shut
the
up.
first one another attack, it rolls. And does a 13 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Think
God.
think whichever god Periwinkle worships to.
Rochi.
Think Rochi.
He's not helping me tonight.
And that's when initiative actually starts. Because they got a
Jesus.
really good ambush on everybody. So Wild.
Well, you say everybody. They got a really good ambush on Periwinkle.
No, like their stealth is really high. So like
I know, I'm just making the joke that only Periwinkle got ganked there.
they just thought that was the best target, I guess.
Are these the same
Ooh.
dice that you used for our Ravenloft campaign?
No, because that was Vex who rolled to see who they attacked.
I rolled
that's
the
fair.
2 2s.
Also, I'm using the special dice set for Rime of the Frostmaiden. It's got silver and blue, my 2 favorite colors. If I can cover my face and it focuses on it, but
Ooh, that's cool.
yeah. Wait, let me do this. There we go. They've actually been rolling pretty okay for you guys, and not in the Ravenloft Metal Dice of Doom way. So Wild.
All right. Actually, I have a question before we go ahead. I assume nobody really took the daggers, right? Because we had got those daggers and we didn't really talk about getting all the stuff.
If you want to say you retroactively took them, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wild probably. I assume because no one else has taken them.
hmm
Yeah, Wild would have taken at least another one, and she's going to bring out. She's gonna bring out both the daggers, and she is going to stab at them.
Okay.
So one moment, sorry, I'm just.
Yeah, you're fine. Let me
I-
get a picture of a Craig cat for you guys. For those of you that do not know what they look like.
Because I made the mistake of not having that on my thing, and then I was making a second offhand attack.
Keep in mind they're the size of dire wolves, so they're like horse size, big mountain lion cats. So they're nothing to sneeze at, especially since Periwinkle got ambushed by both and is not dead.
Yeah.
But
All right,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure Periwinkle's gonna super kill them on her turn.
Probably. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna make my first attack and my second. I'll just roll both of them together.
You're just dagger.
Dagger. Oh wow, I rolled double 14, so that means both of them are a 21 to hit.
They both hit before the modifiers, so that works out.
Perfect.
Are you attacking the one that got burnt a little bit? Or are you
No, I'm gonna
attacking-
attack the one that's currently biting onto Periwinkle.
Okay.
Like which one's attached to Periwinkle? Because you said one of them is attached.
The one that bit into her is the one that got burnt. It pounced her. So
All
it's-
right. Yeah, I'll do that one then.
Okay.
So 12 points of damage
All right.
with both stabs.
All right. You get some good hardy stabs in there. But these are very hardy cats.
Not as hardy as this cat.
Ah.
That's my turn.
All right. And Rowan, you're up next with the 22.
All right. So that was some shit. Rowan looks over at Perry pinned on the ground and quickly just says, air. And that is going to cast Healing Word. Sorry about that. Something in my throat.
Mhm.
And that is going to be second level. I'll do that at second level. So it's 2d4 plus 4. That's 9 total. 9 total heals back
Thank
to
you.
Perry. And
Okay.
then I'm going to take a swing at the cat that's currently got her pinned.
Okay.
Actions. 22.
22 definitely hits.
Right, so this is the D6 plus 5 slashing. So it's 9 slashing. So as after she says that, Rowan just sort of whistles at the thing to make it look up. And as it does look at her, then let go of Perry's shoulder, it sees that put both of her axes into a single hand and just golf swings at its head.
Damn. Okay, so this still on top of Perry, but it is bloodied. You guys stab the crap out of this thing essentially.
Yeah, Rowan just does that and just goes, just switches her axes into both hands and pops her fur collar and goes, I made this from one of you. I'll make another suit out of it. Out of yours.
It's white, thick fur, almost like a polar bear's, except it's white, not translucent. Has a lot of red spots on it, and Perry, quite a bit of its blood actually falls onto you because you're right underneath it.
Yuck.
And then after Rowan, it is River's turn.
Seeing the cat on top of Perry, and after Rowan has lunged at it, I'm going to quick draw and fire an Eldritch Blast shot at it from my revolver.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Yep.
All right. So it takes 9 force damage.
All right, you blow a hole through its torso and you kill it, and it falls on top of Perry.
Thank you.
How is Perry looking?
Covered in a large-sized corpse and mauled by a
Health-wise.
cat.
I'm I think a little bit above half health.
Yeah, because I had given you 9 heals with my second level healing word.
23 out of 45.
A bonus action
Barbarian.
healing word for 8 health.
Thank you. I really appreciate.
Perry's showing off the tanky abilities of a barbarian without even raging.
And that's my turn.
Okay. After you, it is Valgg's turn. Actually, wait, no. It is Boy's turn. Boy does not like that his friend was attacked. So he jumps at the other cat. And he has advantage because of pack tactics, because there's a bunch of allies nearby. And he wants to protect his friend. So he hits, dealing 7 piercing damage, and the cat has to make a strength save, which it does not pass. So Boy jumps on it, and it gets knocked prone. And he's like biting at the tuft of its neck. He's just holding on and just.
I keep forgetting I get pack tactics as well.
Yeah, that's definitely something to. That's only for
But it's
melee.
only on
Yeah.
it's only on melee, and you don't use melee that often.
It's still something to remember. And then after Boy, Garrett grabs his short bow that's within reach, and he shoots at the Craig cat twice. A miss and a hit, so it takes a bit more damage. And then after him, it is Valgg's turn.
Yeah, I'll stab the other cat.
Okay.
16.
Yep.
Okay, well, first, that's 1d6. 1, I said.
Oh, you have advantage because it's prone. Boy knocked it prone. Because he's a good
Yeah.
boy, and he's only half its size, but he still knocked it down.
Okay, that isn't higher, so yeah. 16. So 10 slashing.
Okay. The cat looks bloody.
Unwavering mark.
Okay, what does that entail?
It means that if it attacks anyone other than me, it has disadvantage.
Ooh, okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, now it's the cat's turn. So,
Hey, Scotty,
yes.
somewhere in there, I think I was supposed to go right after River.
You had a 14 on initiative, correct?
Yeah.
They have 15. And
I apologize.
River was 19 and Valgg was 17.
I apologize. I'll shut up.
It's okay. Well, their partner in crime got a hole blown through their chest. So the Craig cat disengages and attempts to run away. So the Craig cat moves, or starts climbing up the mountain, we'll say. And it moves 30 feet away. And that's all it gets to do in its turn. As now it is Prism's turn.
Sorry.
It's okay. The cat's, like, I will say 35 feet away from you. It's very injured, and it looks like it's just trying to run away.
Grease wouldn't work too well on snow, would it?
It is trying to climb up the mountain. It does have
It
has an innate climb, but grease would still have a very good effect on here.
If you grease it though, then we won't be able to chase after it.
But it would slide down to the very bottom of the grease trap, though.
It might or it might not.
If it doesn't make its check, I will tell you it will slide off the mountain and
Well,
we'll definitely kill it.
It's a cat on a dex check, and my current DC is not that great. So I will alter my plan and range it with a Toll of the Dead. Bong.
All right, what saves that?
I don't believe it's a save. Oh, no, it is. It is a wisdom saving throw.
8.
Does not pass my 13,
Okay.
and it takes a D12. Shit, I did not have a D12 ready.
A
One moment.
D12 plus intelligence, I think. No, it's a cantrip. Never mind.
Yeah, cantrip. D12. Yeah, it's my D12. Okay. And with that resounding bell, almost max, 11 points.
Okay. Its legs falter from that as you ring the death bell cometh. And it almost succumbs to the bell's ring. But it's still holding on, quite literally and metaphorically.
Damn.
Anything else in your turn?
I'm questioning my class choices. No, that's it.
Okay, then after you go from 14 initiative all the way down to 3. So Periwinkle, you have a dead body on top of you and you're prone. The other cat's 35 feet away. Up above. So you're laying down and you can look right up at it.
Will it take my my action to move the dead body off of me?
I would say so, considering how big it is.
You guys got this one. I'm gonna move it off of me
All right.
and then cry.
Do you rage at all?
No.
I would have. I would have after that, but that's just me.
No, I mean, like, I can't do anything. If I use my bonus action for this one, they're going to kill it in the next round. So if I rage right now, then that's my bonus action, and my action is to move the thing off of me, and then I can't do anything.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Unless like I magically, like, one of my wild magic surges can like stop this, but like that's a 1 in 8 chance. So
I know it doesn't have this, but it'd be crazy if one of your wild searches was just Dio's the world. You just time stop for a minute.
I mean, if I rolled one of them, it's the terrain would be like 15 feet. The terrain would be hard terrain, and then the one I can teleport 30 feet. But if I teleport 30 feet, then I still can't do anything because I use my action. So no, I'm not gonna rage.
Okay. Then we go back. Yep.
But if you raged and you got the teleport, you would just be able to teleport out from under it.
It would still take the action to teleport, though, I think is what she's saying.
Isn't the teleport a bonus action, though?
If she uses her bonus action for the rage, then she doesn't get to.
And it's also only a 1 in 8 chance. So
Yeah.
There's no point in wasting the rage on
Yeah.
it.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
already wasted 1 rage. I get 3 a day. So if like we come across a Yeti, then I need a rage.
Right.
I'm not going to do it. I'll just move the thing and be like, you guys got it, and then like kind of move that way, I guess, if I can. And
it's half your move to get up, but yeah, you move.
But I think that they've got this handled.
Speaking of which, Wild, it is your turn.
All right. So the thing is
Big
30
cat.
feet up.
Big cat is 35 feet up.
35. Oh, that's in range still. I'm going to feline agility, climb up after it. Because I also have an 8 climb speed.
I don't know why, but I think of like the Sled Cooper climbing. Because there was like one level in I think Sled Cooper 2. It's like an ice level, and you like
his cane was able to split in 2 to do ice picks. That's kind of how Rowan would be climbing if she used to climb with her axes.
Nice.
And then Wild is going to climb up and double stab this thing.
You just hold on with your back claws. Nice.
No, actually, when with her one, she's actually with her second knife. It's not actually in her hand because her hand is right tucked up. She is using it more or less in her mouth. I think is the second stab.
Okay, Zorro.
She's Zorroing it. Yes. All right. So that's a 19 on the die for the first attack and a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to hit on the second one.
All right, you hit with both. It had 1 hit point left.
All right.
How do you finish it?
More or less, just 1, 2, and just kind of planting it and then just ripping it off of the wall, pretty much.
Okay.
Throwing it down onto the group.
Okay, it does like the Mufasa like as it's falling down, and unfortunately, Perry did specify they moved up to be right underneath it. So Perry, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw.
You really have it out for Callie today, Scotty.
Can I do a skeet shoot to try to explode it?
Don't try to shoot.
It's a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a natural 20, bitch. 22.
Perry does the badass move where she just takes like 1 side step. Like she only moves like 1 foot and pivots on the heel of the other. And the Craig cat just lands on the ground.
Good job. I'm still almost dead. I'm bleeding. No, I'm not bleeding anymore. I'm fine.
And I think that is where we're going to end it for the night.
End with the guitar noise going on as Callie dodges the cat.
She turns around, looks at the camera, gives a thumbs up, and the credits start going.
Still in front of a studio audience.
Everywhere you look, everywhere.
Screen fades to sepia tone. Jazzy guitar starts playing.
It does like, for some reason, it does like a story epilogue where it has like a screen cap of everybody and it says what they do afterwards. And like when it gets to the Craig cat, it's just a dead Craig cat on the ground, and it says, "Unfortunately, the Craig cat's rock climbing career failed epically after this."
All Craig cats were harmed in the filming of this movie.
The Craig cat had to move back into their mother's house.
Their mother's house is apparently hell.
I was thinking something along the lines of after being bullied into a crater, went on Snake Way and met King Kai.
No.
And learn the Kyle cat technique. Anyway, that is where we'll end it for the night.
Meow, meow.
With you guys a good distance up on the mountain and having to deal with the avalanche and a bunch of big cats. So we'll end the night with plugs and see what everybody's doing and what they got going on. So I think we'll start first with a pity start with Perry, considering that they kind of got wrecked before the combat really began. So Perry, what do you got going on?
Everywhere you look. Hello, I'm Callie, Callie on Twitter. My dice really pissed me off tonight. I think I'm going to invest in new dice for
That's
this.
a helped cat.
I don't know,
So,
you nat 20'd on the end there.
Yeah, I know, but that was like a pity nat 20. I feel like my dice were giving me. So they're like, okay, we'll give you this one.
Just
Anyway,
this once.
just this
Everybody
once.
lives just this once.
You can find me at Callie on Twitter. I do art, and I'm in need of money, so I have art commissions open right now. There's 3 slots left. I am out of school for a little bit, and I have time. So everything that I've been putting off hopefully will be finished. I'm sorry, Lluis. Anyway, that's open, and I have every other Tuesday. So next Tuesday from where we're recording this, is a new episode of Unwritten. And the crew's still on a boat, and they just got back from the land of Peepsy, and we'll figure it out.
August 17th.
Mhm. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Valgg, what do you got going on?
So I'm an artist. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it. I do a lot of Pokemon and sexy monsters. Check me out. And if you like what I do, consider supporting me on Patreon so I can do more of what I do. So it's like a cycle. Like the more you support me, the sexiest the knolls and the add-ins will be.
Sounds like a good trade.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's it.
Wild, what do you got going on?
Well, this coming weekend, I have potentially 2 games going. First, on both of them are on Sunday. The first is Hera's Masks game, where we're still, when we left off, we are still kind of dealing with the aftermath of a more or less journalistic hit piece being written on our group. So that was interesting. It revealed a lot about our characters, who some of us may have been not as forthcoming with because of angst and all that, teen angst and all that fun stuff. So come check that out. The other thing, is that this week? No, that's next week. Sorry, I can remember what week it is. Tomorrow, do we have Saffron Academy tomorrow? Do you know? Is it this Saturday or is it last Saturday? I can't remember.
It's next week. I think.
It's next week. Okay.
Because it's
So-
on the same week as Unwritten.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So I'm my weeks are all kind of messed up.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
August 19th will be the next.
Yes. August 19th, you can find Saffron Academy on our channel, ran by Aya, where we are finishing up a mystery after my character got unveiled that her girlfriend was actually an angel sent to disrupt this evil plan and was supposed to try and kill my character, but ended up not. Plus, we went into someone's dreams. Kak's character got, of course, failed, so a bunch of that shit happened. It's a lot of chaos. And then finally, it is then this Sunday. I have my game, which is right after on Sunday as well, right after the Masks game, which is Lancer, where finally the squad have finished off their entrance exam and are now going to be going on to their first day of school. So we'll see how that goes for them. I honestly have not much planned. I'm just going to let them have fun because I had 2 long sessions of combat. So yeah, come check that out on my channel. It's at Fractured Moon D&D. You can see that underneath on Twitch on Scotty's friends list. Come check it out. It's fun.
Rowan, what do you got going on?
All right, so prepare for action, prepare for adventure, prepare for cheesy old radio voices. Yeah, I'm January_silence pretty much everywhere. You can find me at the links provided. I also post D&D Homebrew on DM's Guild under the Sphinx Library label. I have 3 up currently. A Paladin subclass, the Oath of the Blood King, which is for all vampire shit. I have a Sorcerer origin, which is the Godbow Sorcerer, with art graciously provided by Lluis. And I have the Bardic College of Dragon Song, with art by Lluis in the interior for the amazing magic items, and cover art for that title and the Blood King Paladin by my friend Amara, who goes you can find on Twitter at Burger Mob. Burger spelled Burrrger. Amazing fantasy work. If you get the chance to commission or go ahead and do it. Also, that really cheesy radio voice opening is for our good friend Jesse, aka Backchan, and his Dark Matter game that myself, Lluis, and Saege are in on Thursdays. Upload schedule to YouTube is kind of intermittent right now. We got a bit of a backlog to go through, but you can find that on Back to Channel 1 over on YouTube. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. We got time shenanigans. We've got laser battles. We got spaceship battles. We've got pole dancing xenomorphs. You name it, we've got it. But that's it. Oh, and I've got some. I'm almost finished with my next subclass. That'll be up on DM's Guild. It's going to be a Ranger Conclave. I have the mechanics almost finished out. I'm still waiting on Kat's advice on it. And after that, I just need to get artwork, which I might end up having to tap Lluis for if he's open for one of the pieces, because I think you might like it. It's going to be a crossbow.
Oh, I like crossbows.
Yeah.
Dr. River, do you got anything going on?
Nothing much going on. Just if you haven't already done it, get your damn vaccine, you freaking plague rats.
Seriously, get vaccinated. I get my second jab on Friday.
Nobody likes a Nurgle worshiper.
Yes, exactly. The Plague Father is not your friend.
Papa Nurgle may accept you, but normal society does not.
Yeah.
Start filling pepper spray cans with Lysol at this rate.
They do. They're just called Lysol.
And
they actually work as pepper spray. Fun fact.
And if you do get vaccinated, don't stop wearing your mask. Seriously, you can still get it, and you can still be transmissible. So get vaccinated, keep wearing the mask. It's a hassle, but hey, at least you don't work in retail or anywhere else where you have to wear it 8 hours a day. It's a minor inconvenience.
It's better to wear a mask when you're out than to have to be stuck bedridden in a hospital with a tube through your throat.
Yeah, seriously.
Exactly.
And that's if you're lucky, if there's room in the hospital for you. But in any case, Prism, last but not least, you got anything going on?
I can't follow that, no.
Yeah, sorry, that's a tough one to follow. Well, on that note, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully we'll have a game next Wednesday. For those that don't know, I'm in between jobs at the moment, and I do have a GoFundMe up on that's been shared on Twitter a few times. So every dollar helps. I just wanted to say that one, less of more people throwing in there, which is appreciated. But I just wanted to thank everyone who had so far, because it is helped me a lot. And we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully, next Wednesday we'll have a game. If not, if you follow me on Twitter, I'll let you know. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, help out
Bye.
Scotty. Definitely help out Scotty. He's a good person.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.